What is the best experience or memory that you've had?
In what capacity should the United Nations serve? How much power do you believe this body should have?
Died for apartheid, what other obstacles has South Africa had to overcome?
I'll shock you by giving you a very brief answer. The most exciting, the most exhilarating moment, I think, in my life, apart from the day when I was told that I was a father for the first time, is when we voted in South Africa for the very, very first time in 1994, April the 27th. That was one of the most fantastic moments. It's very difficult actually to describe how you felt. And I say, how do you describe to somebody, a blind guy, how do you tell him about a red rose? How do you describe falling in love? That was something akin to what you experienced as we stood in those long lines in South Africa. And you know what? We got there because so many in the international community supported us in our struggle. And young people were very much a part of that campaign to overthrow apartheid. And the United Nations is our best bet for continued survival. When the United Nations is properly financed, it does superb work. It is when countries refuse to give it the wherewithal that it does fail. But it has notched up some wonderful successes. Let me just tell you, it was part of the process of bringing about transformation and change in Namibia. The United Nations was there. In East Timor, the United Nations was there again to help the transition from the repression that the people of East Timor suffered until they became an independent country. I hope you and all of your compatriots, all of those who are like you, are going to tell politicians, are going to tell adults, hey, we know we are not going to be able to survive on our own. We look at things like the environment. If you have a country that says, as your country unfortunately says, I'm not going to sign the Kyoto Agreement, and so global warming continues. And it is not just America that suffers the consequences. It's the whole globe. We have become a global village, and we want one place where all of us can begin to relate to one another. Relate not as potential enemies, relate as those who realize, hey, we are actually one family, the human family, God's family, and we are going to swim or sink together.